Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tia here. If you are new, please like and subscribe. But for today's video, I'm giving a quick recap about my braids while I was traveling in Barbados, which was about 6 months ago now. And I miss it because I feel like it's probably like the best vacation I've taken in a while. But pretty much like imagine waking up every morning in Barbados, ready to hit the beach, go on a walk, go to the markets or anything, and you don't have to do anything to your hair, right? That is why I did braids. And I feel like a lot of people know that Black women typically get braids when they're going on vacation because it's just easier for us to manage. We don't have to do our natural hair. So basically, I'm going to show you exactly how I managed my braiding hairstyles and all the different hairstyles I did and how I refreshed them and styled them on the trip. I'm gonna insert pictures throughout this whole video, but I chose long braids because I just wanted to look like a mermaid while I was on vacation. And obviously I always have braids in my head for the past 5 years. I've just never stopped doing them for some reason. So I wanted to do long braids as well as a light color because in a tropical island setting it's always hot, obviously, so I don't want to do dark hair. So I pretty much went with a mix of blonde, brown, and black hair. It was pretty easy doing my hair. It did take a while because I did do it super long, but pretty much once we got to the island, I already knew that I was going to be taking pictures every day. So I was trying to plan out the hairstyles I wanted to do to match, like, you know, the theme of my outfits or whatever, to keep my hair moisturized on the trip while being in that extreme heat every day. I use the Sacred lotion, the hair lotion, and then I use the Sacred oil as well. And then I was gonna bring my big container of grease, but I realized it was too big to travel with. It was taking up a lot of room in my suitcase, so I did not bring the grease this time. But usually I would just put the grease in between my parts and all that stuff. I did take a whole bunch of hair ties and rubber bands as well in case like my braids messed up. I could like easily fix it. And then the one thing that I forgot is edge control. And the thing about me is like I really don't care if my edges are done or not because I have like a weird hairline and it kind of looks like I have like an edge up, which is like what men typically have or whatever. But I'm kind of like insecure about it, but at the same time I don't really care. But usually these parts of my edges get like all like crazy and stuff like that. But I've realized that if I'm going to be out on a tropical island every single day, these edges are not going to stay down regardless of what I do. And I really don't have the time to like do my edges and then like lay a band over it and then wait 30 minutes because we have to be going every day or to do something new. So I don't have time to sit there and like let my edges sit and, you know, get hard and, you know, last the whole day, you know. And I feel like regardless if I even did that, my edges would still not last the whole day because I would be like, you know, going to the beach or like in the water or it would start raining or whatever, you know. So I did not really care to do my edges, so I didn't bring any edge control. But looking back on my pictures, I'm like, damn, like maybe I should have brought the edge control, what the fuck. But either way, it would not have made a difference. Pretty much I did a whole bunch of different styles. I'm gonna insert some pictures, but I pretty much wanted to do long braids because with short hair you cannot really do a lot of styles, because with this hairstyle I mostly do like the half up half down, and then you could do like 2 little pigtails or 2 buns, but like that's pretty much it with like short hair. So with the long hair, there was a day where I put it in both braids because we were going like on a cave excursion and I was wearing like a green top, like a kind of like tomboy outfit. So I'm like, oh, let me put my hair in braids. But at the same time, I'm not really the best at braiding my braids because it is like, I got a lot of braids in my head. It's hard to braid it, right? So then I had to end up taking that style out anyways, because for the cave excursion, I did have to like wear a helmet, and like obviously like my head is big enough already. So I had to like keep adjusting it. And then even like on the cave ride, it was so funny because my helmet fell off like multiple times like in the cave, and they had to keep stopping the truck to go back to get my helmet. And I'm like, oh, sorry, my head is just too fucking big, you know. A braid that was a bang, so pretty much I had like my hair in a ponytail and then I did like a side bang with my braids, and I braided like 3 braids together. That was probably my favorite out of all of them. But I tried to do like a lot of different styles because usually with those straight braids, like if I had braids like that and I was going to work or whatever, I would just wear it in a ponytail every single day, or a bun every single day, because I do work with kids. I don't want them getting their greasy, dirty hands in my hair, right? So on the trip, I was like, you know what? I haven't styled these braids, like let me try and do as much as I possibly can. So I really enjoyed that trip, and I feel like it was the most I've actually done with my hair in a long time, because like I said, I barely styled them. And I feel like it really taught me to learn how to do different styles, because I was looking on Pinterest like every day, be like, oh, you know, what style matches with this outfit, what style matches with this outfit. But end of the day, like I liked how all of them turned out. And like for all of my future vacations, I'm definitely going to have like a separate section in my notes or whatever where I specifically just plan hairstyles, because on this trip I was like, it would be like late at night and I would be like searching Pinterest for like hairstyles that's gonna match like a short sleeve outfit, hairstyles that's gonna match like a shoulderless top, you know. So it's like I was doing like a lot of research while I was on the trip, which was kind of annoying because I should have been resting for the next day. So on my next trip, I'm definitely going to be planning my hairstyles ahead of time and have everything done ahead of time. That was it for this video. Thank you guys, and overall I did have fun on the trip and I loved eating new foods and everything. I think I should have made a Barbados video right after the trip, but I was too lazy because it's just like so much to talk about. But I don't know, it's definitely one of my favorite vacations. So stay tuned and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.